The president suspended political gatherings and said that if they have to be, they should be done in town halls with a maximum attendance of a third of its capacity. He even went on to order the Inspector General of Police to crack down on the lawbreakers irrespective of their political or social status. The law is very clear and the disregard of the same is even clearer. The police have, however, not obeyed the presidential order, even as it was reiterated. And from the sound of it, they're not going to follow it. The pandemic is still with us, but it appears that for politicians, the votes are more important than the lives of the voters. Anita Nkonge reports on what appears to be less of a presidential order and more of a presidential proposal.
Wear a mask, avoid public gatherings, and maintain social distancing continues to be the order of the day. However, it would seem that political rallies are an exception to this rule, despite the president's constant reiteration that public gatherings are to be avoided to help curb the COVID-19 pandemic.
The Inspector General of Police shall ensure that his officers spare no muheshimiwa, no individual, irregardless of social status or rank, who is either out after curfew without being an essential worker, or who flaunts the health protocols that have been set out. The rules are for all of us, and rank or status does not exempt.
All political gatherings and rallies are suspended for a period of 60 days, and this to take effect immediately. And anyone wishing to hold such meetings should do so in town halls, and in doing so must observe all COVID protocols.
More recently, on January 2nd, the president ordered that all forms of public events and gatherings that may act as super spreader events for COVID-19, including political and roadside gatherings or meetings, are to remain suspended for the next 60 days. Funerals, burials, and weddings being the exception to the rule.
I also don't believe that public gatherings have been completely blocked.
We expect responsible people to carry out their meetings or public gatherings. Because even a matatu is a gathering, isn't it? So what we call for is individual responsibility, not sitting at the back of each and every person with a cane. I don't think it is fair for us. And we cannot be a country that policemen have to sit on your back. We must be responsible as a community. We are still making arrests quite often. And we don't want to stifle people. Our economy must run.
The president has on several occasions directed the Inspector General and National Police Service to enforce these rules. But the police have their own interpretation of the order.
As the masses assemble for the political gatherings at the invitation of politicians, they add their weight to the leaders' drive in trampling the rule of law underfoot. What is also concerning is that the police are lowering their guard and facilitating the breaching of the very law they're meant to be enforcing. All this is despite orders and directives by no less than the president. Anita Nkonge, NTV.